Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at hookahAnonymous_. Alright? We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at hookahAnonymous_. Alright, now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, Tay Capone, he admits that him and FBG Duck was his close friend before all the beef. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man. One big reason why I wanted to do this video right here is because a lot of people have the misconception that these guys, being that they arch enemies or they ops or whatever the case may be, that at some point in time they wasn't friends. And I always stress to y'all that these guys actually were friends at some point in time. They actually know each other's families. Their families know each other, their mothers, their grandmothers. It's kind of crazy when you really step back and look at it, because it's like, yo, how are y'all sitting here trying to kill each other and y'all family really are cool with each other? You know, could it be settled? Could it? Who knows, man? But one thing I'm gonna say, your boy Tay Capone, he always keep it real. He don't bite his tongue. I know a lot of guys, they want to be savages 24/7. So it kind of stray away from the truth sometimes, because they try to make themselves seem, you know, when somebody, they kind of be a little biased because they don't want to seem like the weak link in the situation. So they try to make the story like 10 times more than what it is. Tay don't do that, man. So shout out to him for that. He's definitely one of the first guys within the drill culture that actually did the whole vlogging and blogging thing, you know, before it was cool. So when it comes to this whole interview with him and Tay Capone, Tay Capone actually started by asking Tay about the tweet that Duck sent Tay after L.A. Capone died as well. It's kind of weird. Tay Capone, L.A. Capone, Tay Capone. Too many damn Capones. But anyway, he said that FBG Duck told him to keep his head up, right? So Tay explained that a lot of it be sarcasm when it comes from the ops. And then it turned into Tay explaining his friendship with FBG Duck before the real street beef popped off. And which is kind of crazy. I knew these guys were like, you know, I knew they knew of each other or knew each other, but the way Tay explained it was like, nah, like we were very close, pause, you know, not like that, but we were cool with each other. So I want to speak on this specifically because all this ties back to when I always say that even though these guys are ops, most of them really knew each other in real life before the beef. You know, it's crazy how close some of these guys actually were, and it went from being friends and hanging out with each other to literally wanting to kill each other. You see what I'm saying? How crazy is that? And it makes you think, like, no wonder why these days you hear friends killing each other in Chicago and all the back doors going on, because that's exactly what's already going on out there. So from the outside looking in, it sounds crazy, but to them, it's just a regular thing. It's common. We all witnessed O-Block A-Roy get killed on camera after fighting with somebody that was associated with him. And to me, that's crazy. But like I said, I guess it's just a thing in Chicago, whatever the case may be. Now, Tay Capone explains that before the beef, him and Duck, along with a few others, were hooped together at the YMCA on 63rd. Now, not one time or two times, neither. He claims they used to go there literally every day and consider FBG Duck a everyday type of friend, because they was always together almost every day at the YMCA. Now, even though they hung out, Tay Capone explains that around late 2010 and early 2011, all of that ended because the beef between the sides got too crazy, and that's when Duck pretty much stopped showing his face. You know, now, if you was a fan of the drill culture for a little minute, hearing this is kind of surreal, because you don't hear dudes admitting that they were actually close with each other at some point in time with their ops. You know, most dudes try to act like they never knew they ops, or they try to make it seem like they was never cool with their ops, because, you know, you don't want to seem weak. But one thing about Tay Capone that I like, he's always going to tell it like it is, which is dope. You know, he has a level of transparency that a lot of these dudes don't have, especially in the drill culture. And that's one of the reasons why I rather listen to him explain stories rather than someone else was going to always make it seem like they the toughest or the most savage and they could never be touched. You know these guys. I know y'all see it all the time on YouTube. These guys explain stories and they make it seem like they was just the biggest and toughest savage and this one couldn't do this. And anyway, your boy Tay Capone admits that Duck was actually their biggest ops, although he used to be with him literally every day, right? So when Duck would diss them, he would be amazed because they were really close at one point and he really know Duck. So it was a little shocking. And that's understandable because try to imagine someone you grew up with, you was around all the time playing ball, and next thing you know, you see him in music videos and social media telling you that he's going to kill you when he see you. Ain't that crazy? Like, it gotta be crazy, man. I couldn't imagine it, but that's these guys' life. So to understand them and understand what they're going through, you gotta know what they've been through. You know? Now, Tay also admitted that being around Duck, when he became an op, they knew they couldn't play with Duck. And he said that they knew that they really had to pop him and get him out the way because Duck was really on that type of time. You know, he wasn't to be played with. He also said that Duck was really the type to go back and forth. I always tell y'all that there's certain guys that even their ops admit that they really like that. It's not too many guys, like they try to act tough or whatever, but it's not too many guys that's out there where their ops tell you like, yo, nah, they really like that. I give it to them. You know, King Von was one of them. Bezu is one of them. Driller's one of them. Who else? 051 Melly, definitely one of them, and even Duck. So, you know, when you see things like that, it's like, I bet he's respected amongst his ops. That's when you know that somebody is really who they say they are. I mean, at least for me, that lets me know when I can respect somebody for what they say, because at the end of the day, when they ops admit it, that's how much confirmation do you need? Your ops said that you was really like that. You know, so that's pretty much it, man. I just found this actually dope because you don't see too many guys saying that their ops was really like that, or you don't really see too many guys saying that they was hanging with their ops at some point in time. Even though we know that they were, it's not a lot of people that's going to admit it because they don't want to look weak. You know, they want to keep the narrative going or whatever the case may be. But yeah, man. That's pretty much it. Shout out to Tay Capone for the interview with Cam Capone. Shout out to Cam Capone as well. It's mad Capone's going on, but it is what it is. Y'all jump in the comments. Let me know how you feel. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.